Hey everybody, what's up? Doing YouTube? How you doing? Just wanted to do a quick update. Spring is springing quick around here in the North Texas region. I think I did the last video a week or two ago, like 2 weeks ago. They're starting to wake up. I'm afraid because I'm not sure that it's late enough in the year yet. Where are we at? March 10th? It's our last freeze average is like April 15th or something, so we're like a month early. There's a chance that it might not freeze again. That does happen, but let's take a look at everything and see what it thinks about it. The kiwis are starting to wake up. They're doing their beautiful little red fuzzy thing that they do, and they've done this before once already. I think I've seen that before, that it froze over because we had such a warm spell in the winter that it actually sprouted, and it's already done this once before and then died off. I have a feeling it may not die off again this time. I am seeing some flower swells. There should be a flower bud right here. That's obviously just growth, but I hadn't seen any of that yet. At a certain point, after some leaves come out, there'll be a lot more noticeable swelling of places where flowers are going to come out. See, right now, it's, even if I'm looking with my eye, it's hard to tell if there's any flowers going to be there at all, but believe me, once they leaf out, they will. Still haven't got much going on there. We did change this vegetable box well, in one of the ways, anyway. We had some awesome, these kind of potatoes my wife had gotten. They're creamy, buttery, little, small potatoes. Oh my gosh, they're so good. Like, she roasts them and they just melt in your mouth. Like, they're not huge. Some of them get big, but anyway, she've had those sitting there, and I wish I had the pictures here to show you. We had 9 of them, and so basically, because I don't have enough dirt to grow potatoes in just a few inches, I don't want to do that. Pulled all to one side, protected it from the animals, and we have 9 potato stations. The eyes on them are that tall. I mean, these were branches already, so I expect that to pop up pretty quick. The strawberries are waking up. They're coming out. So there's a weed, but that, let me see if I can see on the camera. There's a weed and then there's a strawberry leaf. There's a couple of them in there. The white strawberries from Home Depot are trash, at least at ours. I took a bag back because when we took out the crowns, there was nothing there. There was a rubber band around some dead stuff. So we went back and they said we could exchange it, and we tried to find the best ones we could, and they ain't nothing either. They're all dead. You can see probably a crown in there. Yeah, they ain't doing nothing. I don't think they're gonna. Some of the trees, and again, I got this out here getting the hose for the irrigation. I'm getting it warm in the sun. The pomegranate tree, yeah. So it's starting to leaf out. I think you can see that from a distance. It's starting to get all that. The plum trees are really starting to go nuts. Well, the Jefferson plum is, not the Santa Rosa per se, but she's looking like she's about to. So the dapple dandy is coming into flower. This girl hasn't even started. This one's looking like she's attending a wedding any moment now. Look at these amazing branches full of flowers. I mean, my goodness. That is just amazing. Oh, look at that. I'm a little excited about it. So sorry, I'm trying to keep the camera a little steadier. I know my videos have been hard to watch because I'm trying to watch them and they're hard. So when you look up here, you can see what's about to happen. Look at all that popcorn. And all of that is going to look like that. And it's about to be beautiful. This is a massive amount of flowers. Oh my God. I've never seen any flower like this yet. I mean, they flowered great last year, but it seems like it's more. And it might be because I cut off all that other wood. It doesn't have to put any energy into that, so it's all coming over here. It's very likely what it was. But anyway, so the Jefferson plum's kicking butt. I can see that the Santa Rosa got a branch down there. There's like a branch that's flowering pretty hard, and there's a couple on this side. But she's coming through. She's starting to. Oh my goodness. Like I said, last year, there's some bees, honeybees now. It's a little warmer today. It's almost, I think it's in the 80s today. Oh my gosh, like 80, 81 degrees here. So this branch last year, the reason it's hanging downwards is because it was laden with fruit and it hung itself down. So it's refruits on the same wood. This is, I might not even be pointing at it because I can't see the viewfinder. That's the same wood from last year that held fruit. So we'll see. I expect we should get something off of them this year. I'm not going to let the wasps and stuff build nests around my yard like I just let them do last year, now that I've seen what they did. It's like a weird situation with wasps and bees. Now, wasps are known to like yellow jackets, all these various things. They'll eat caterpillars. They'll kill them and bring them back to their nest and stuff like that. And I know they do, but they will also sit there and strip your fruit. I've watched them do that too, and that was the most frustrating thing I have ever seen in my life. I was sitting there going, "Oh my God, is that a bee?" And it just starts cutting strips out of your on the cherries and on this guy. So they were just frustrating. Anyway, I'm not letting any yellow jackets and all that. They're not my friend this year. So this is the asparagus bed. We've actually started getting it together. We got lucky. I mean, debris that I pulled out from behind my shed that I didn't even know it was here when we moved in. These white 4x4s. They're in decent shape. I was like, wow, they're 3 foot tall. This is perfect. We can stretch a fence around them if we need to keep the dog and the chickens out. Still got to cut this last board and get it into place. And again, we've had this wood for so long. You can see the stains already wore off where we had stained it this mountain cedar a long time ago. And this one, it never got stained. It's just been in storage in our shed. But yeah, so it's coming together. It's pretty big. I am going to put I had some 2x6s I bought for a different project that we didn't go through with. So I have a bunch of them in there, pressure treated 2x6s. I'm going to make a sit rail around this somehow, cut it in around these 4x4s. So that's going together. That's good. Now we have something to look at least. Still haven't even addressed this yet, obviously. Let me brag on my cilantro again. Look at that. Kale cilantro. A lot of it's starting to bolt now. It's starting to get warm. That Brussels sprout's been there for coming up on a year. He's just alive. I just haven't taken him out. This almond tree is starting to look a little better. Again, no flowers. I picked everything off. There is a knoll lizard that lives at the base of this tree. I've already found it like twice so far to be down there sunning, but it's a little warmer today, so it's out and about. So hopefully this works better this year. We already looked at the pomegranate, but it does look pretty. It is doing its thing. Oh, and like I told you, even though this thing died years ago, and that was the old trunk, the original trunk, there it is. This is I told you it survived. I don't know, this is as far as it's gotten in many, many years. And this one's already came back to this. So, yeah, as you can tell. We keep swimming pools that we find in the trash right here in our neighborhood. We'll have our kids go get them. We use these to mix dirt and obviously to water the chickens and dog. We have their own one. But those things are great if you just need them to mix soil. But when it gets windy, they do blow around the yard if there ain't nothing in them. So, between the dog and the chicken scratching, you know. Oh, we actually have butterflies? Okay, it's getting warmer around here. We got butterflies, y'all. Other than that, that's pretty much it. The blueberries are, wow. These things are going insane. I can't even express how many berries it looks like there's on this thing. These little bud swells that we saw, every one of those is about to bust out to 7 or 8 berries each. I didn't even know it was going to do that good. But yeah, everywhere those little lumps were earlier in the year, these little circles, you're like, oh, is that leaves? Is that flowers? Those are going to be clusters of blueberries, every one of those. Clusters. Cluster. All those are going to do that. And I think I have one that's, yeah, you can see it here. They're already busting out on this one. Wow. That's going to be awesome. Blueberries grow easy, guys. Even Home Depot specials. All 4 of these are Home Depot specials, and they're working great. I have realized I had this tree, this berry bush, and the other one on the other side. I had those 2 longest. Some of my first videos, these were in pots. I didn't realize how long I'd had these until I rewatched one of my videos. I've had these blueberries for 7 years. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow. Since we didn't own a house. It's been a long time. So that's pretty much it. The cherries are still dormant, which is good. They're usually from a more cold climate. They probably don't trust this Indian summer we're having here. But hopefully I'll get cherries this year. I got plenty of budwood. I got plenty of spots where there should be flowers and cherries. Just haven't had too many. We did have cherries on these. They did. Even the one that's dying, it had cherries on it. But again, the bees got them. We ate a few off of this one. That one really hasn't done much yet. But I'm expecting big things this year because all of this was added last year. This is all rotted down all winter. It's been raining like crazy, so you know all that's soaking up. That's going to help all these out a lot this year. So, all right. Guess I'll let everybody go. We'll talk to you soon. Oh.